I'm CK. The other day I tried another inexpensive surface mount heat gun and soldering iron station. Didn't like it that much. I had some safety concerns about it. But what I haven't done yet is I haven't taken apart one of the heat guns. And this, since it's just electrical connections, this has got the fan, the heat sensor, and heat generation all inside it. And I figured I'd take it apart to see what it looks like inside. Maybe you'll find it interesting too, and I hope you enjoy the video. So here we are, little heat gun with a hall sensor, temperature, this is a 110 volt model. So I'm going to take these 4 screws out to start. Thinking this won't be too hard to take apart. I won't need any particularly unusual tools. We'll see about that, of course. And again, the major concern I had with this heat gun was that the cord carrying the power to drive this 600 watts is not high temperature silicon. It's regular grade of plastic. So what happens is if you lay the tip of this down, or if you put a soldering iron on the wire, a cable, it will melt it, potentially causing shorts, causing a potential electric shock hazard. So I will never use this because it's not safe. I have certainly been known to put my soldering iron down in unsafe places at times, so I don't want to electrocute myself. So we'll just take it apart instead. And again, the unit was like $40, so I'm not overly concerned about it. So we've got the screws loose, and there we go. See what we can harvest out of this. Nothing in here. PBT plus 30% GP. Don't know what that means, but it's stamped in the plastic inside. Put those screws over here. And again, this can get up to 900 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's beefy. Here's a little fan, 24 volts. I can certainly use that on something later. Pull the cable out, and then there's a connector here. And I'm going to assume this green wire right along here, I'm going to make a stab in the dark guess that that is the temperature sensor. Oh, look at this. I think you can see that. I'll show it over here too. This power wire is, the shrink wrap doesn't cover the actual, oh, the shrink wrap is loose. It wasn't fully shrinked. So they used the wrong size. They either used the wrong size shrink wrap, or they didn't heat it appropriately. So that's exposed wires at 24 volts, which could certainly short itself out. Let's pull this out. I don't know if this whole tube comes out easily. Yes, it does. Okay, so there is, that unit comes out, but there's something, oh, I know what that is. Here is, I can't really see what this camera is seeing, so let me make sure yeah, I can see it. In here, hot glued in, that's the reed switch that will put this in sleep mode when it's back in its holder, which is certainly a good thing. Let me see if I can pull this out without breaking the wire or the reed switch. The magnet, I thought the magnet was in this handle. The magnet was in the base, not in the handle. So I can't get this out without breaking it. So I'm going to clip these wires. I can always come back and get the reed switch out if I want to play with that separately. And As you can see, those wires just dive back into the cable. So this fan, again, this fan, that's a good little fan. I'll use that on something. Then this is also, I'm going to clip this green wire and pull this out. And here is the heating element. That's ceramic, and that is, of course, high resistive, probably nichrome wire. It's got two, see, it's got two projections at the top. Not sure what that is. One of them may be, I'm looking for something. I'm not sure whether one of those is a sensor. That could be a thermocouple there. These look like two thermocouples. And this, again, I'm not quite sure what this is, because this grounds, okay, this must be a ground, because if you can see in there, you can see in there it's firmly affixed to the metal cylinder. And this is just an air deflector in there, but in there, there's a sleeve of some type. See if I can get it loose. It looks like it's potted in somehow. Get my screwdriver in there. I don't know whether, I think it's insulation to keep this barrel from getting too hot. There's also some small serrations here. I don't know if that does anything. I'm sure it doesn't. Won't twist off, but I may be able to. No, that's in there. It's in there very solidly. So yeah, it's just a little bit of insulation around that. And then we're back to here, and we've got a little connector. I wonder why they have a connector. We've got two wires going straight in, and they're thick, so I'm assuming that's what's powering the heating element. And then this must be the temperature sensor. The white and gray wires, because it looks like they're going up in here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off, and I don't have a razor blade or something. I should have brought that over. I'll be back in a second. So there's some more shrink wrap here, and there's a little something or other underneath. Pull that off. And yeah, that's got to be the Hall sensor. You can read up on those in Wikipedia or wherever you get your information. So that's it, which is short and sweet. A barrel with insulation. A lot of wire as the heating element, again with what looks to be a couple of thermocouples up there which come back through here. Insulated wire there. There's a shaft going up there for stability. And this fan, which I love and I'm going to use on something. I don't know what yet. Pretty straightforward. That's why they can make these so inexpensively, because they're not very complicated in the end. So that's it, and I hope you had fun watching me take that apart.